Be your own champion. What the Super Bowl teaches us about life, discipline, and daily readiness. What if being a champion in life isn't about size, spotlight, or speed, but about daily readiness? And what if the moments that look like it happened overnight on TV or in films are actually built through years of quiet discipline? And what if the Super Bowl moment, this Super Bowl moment, isn't just about football, but about how we show up in our own lives? Let's get into it. Hey y'all, I'm Madison Simone Chase, also known as Miss Chase. I was raised by an incredible single mom who is my biggest fan and my best friend, my BFF for real. I'm also a celebrity certified personal trainer, fitness and wellness expert, and sports and entertainment media host. I was born in Fort Worth, Texas, raised in Dallas, built in Los Angeles. I trained at Juilliard with School of American Ballet, becoming the world's only three-time ESPN Miss Fitness champion, appearing in more than 450 fitness DVDs. And the first of the 450 fitness DVDs and infomercials was led by celebrity trainer, the GOAT, Gunnar Peterson, who's known for training the Kardashian family. As a celebrity certified personal trainer myself, some of my most notable clients include Barbara Patterson of Twilight and Batman, Chris Tucker of Rush Hour, and Amber Riley of Glee. As a sports and entertainment media host, some of my favorite red carpet moments include chatting with Richard Branson, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Emma Stone, Viola Davis, Tyler Perry, Justin Baldoni, Issa Rae, and Tiana Taylor, to name a few. I share my accomplishments to honor the millions of sacrifices my mom planted in me so that I could blossom and flourish into the woman I'm still becoming. So if you're listening and or watching, pull up a digital chair, grab yourself a cup of hot or cold herbal tea, and welcome to my cozy home of Cut to the Chase at 8. A 15-minute micro-learning moment for macro living. And I am so overjoyed that you are here, because this is where we explore and lean into life with our lived experiences, yours and mine, where we invite lots of grace in this space. As we're living in some interesting times, we chat all about spirit, mind, and body health that is ultimately our wealth in microdoses for macro living. Make sure you join me twice daily for just 15 minutes at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, because this is your 15-minute chance for your daily pause, for a cause, for clarity, for wellness, for grace, and intentional decision making. And giving yourself grace, because how we start our day and how we end it matters. Each episode, my offer to you is 3 keys and 1 question to sit with, and hopefully encouraging you to give yourself grace in this space. Something practical, something grounded, and hopefully something you could carry with you. So wherever you're listening from, turn it up and tune in. And if anything you hear today pricks your heart or lights a spark, I'd love for you to subscribe, share this with someone you care about, and please leave a comment so that this becomes a dialogue and not just a monologue. And please leave a 5-star rating. Now let's take a breath together, inhaling for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's lean into today's episode of Cut to the Chase at 8. Let's cut the noise. Let's get clear. And let's get ready, set, grow, and go and be great. All right, we are settled in. And let's get into it. With the Super Bowl happening, there's a lot of conversation about champions and what does it really mean to be a champion? And then who deserves the title, who earned it, and who belongs on that Super Bowl stage in San Francisco, California, where I am. But championships don't start on game day. They don't start during the playoffs. They're built in the days that we don't see, in unseen days and days that happen when no one's watching. And that brings us to Kenneth Walker III, a running back who is 5'9" in stature, and he is often underestimated because of his size. Yet what makes him exceptional isn't how tall he is, it's how ready he is. Let me say that again. What makes him exceptional isn't how tall he is, it's how ready he is on game days. Especially for the Super Bowl, this past Super Bowl Sunday. And one of the things that I enjoyed watching him when he got the ball, he found his opening, and he often found the opening that other people missed. He committed fully to moving forward as fast as he could in that lane. And then when the opportunity appeared, he moved without hesitation. And that's not just athleticism, that's discipline, and that's vision. And that's daily readiness, which brings me to key number 1. Champions are built in the quiet work. See, Kenneth Walker III didn't become impactful by accident. From a young age, he trained consistently, not for applause, but for preparation and because he loved the game. And that same principle applies to our life as well. Because championship energy is built when we keep showing up, even when results are invisible. Championship energy is built when we honor routine over hype. Championship energy is built when we train our spirit, mind, and body daily because we only get one tempo. And quiet work compounds. And when the moment arrives, readiness speaks louder than confidence ever could. Which brings me to key number 2. Discipline is a daily agreement. It's not a mood. It's not how you feel. That's it. Key number 2 again. Discipline is a daily agreement. And it's not a mood. It's not a vibe. It's not how you feel. It's a daily agreement and a commitment that you keep to yourself. Discipline isn't about being hard on ourselves. It's about being committed to who we are becoming, who we're blossoming into, who we're flourishing to become. And so Kenneth Walker III didn't wait to feel ready. He trained until readiness became familiar. In life, discipline looks like small micro habits done consistently. In life, faith practiced daily, not occasionally, looks like you putting feet to your faith. In life, movement, rest, prayer, reflection, repeated, looks like discipline and micro-learning. This is how micro-learning becomes macro-living. Which brings me to key number 3. Being your own champion means defining what success looks like internally. Not every champion fits the stereotype, and not every calling matches public opinion. Kenneth didn't let outside narratives determine his place in history. He is the MVP for this Super Bowl. Kenneth didn't let people tell him what they saw on the outside because he knew what he'd been practicing ever since he was a little boy, practicing football and loving the game. And so life is like that for us sometimes too. Like sometimes we could let people's opinions about what they know about us dictate what we know our future will be, what they don't know that we're silently working on. And sometimes it's important to keep what you're working on to yourself. And that's the invitation here. Being your own champion means trusting your internal alignment over external validation. Being your own champion means you honor consistency over comparison and not comparing yourself to anyone, anytime. Like your biggest competition should be being better for yourself and competing against yourself and getting better. And so being a champion means committing yourself to growth even when recognition isn't delayed, and not looking for external confirmation or affirmation. And that's the heart of the Chasers Champion Circle, C3s. So not chasing applause, but chasing alignment. So let's bring this all together. So the Super Bowl, regardless of how you feel about football or sports in general, the one thing that champions and the Super Bowl champions remind us of is something powerful. Big moments are earned through small decisions. Daily readiness, daily faith, daily discipline. That is championship living. Not just in sports, but in life. So, the one reflection question for today: what daily discipline in your spirit, in your mind, or body am I strengthening now that will support the next season I'm stepping into? Let's ask that question again. What daily discipline in microdoses, in micro learning, in your spirit, in your mind, or body am I strengthening now that will support the next season I'm stepping into? And here is, in that question and that daily discipline, in spirit, in your mind, in your body, also focusing on people, places, or things, because sometimes it's creating better boundaries that help us to stay disciplined. And sometimes it's being still and not announcing and or showing everything that's happening for yourself. And boundaries are a part of that discipline as well. And showing up for yourself is a part of that discipline as well. So the question again, what daily discipline in spirit, mind, or body am I strengthening now that will support the next season I'm stepping into? So before you go, I just want to say thank you from the bottom and top of my heart. It's truly been an honor and a pleasure sharing this time with you. And thank you for continuing to give yourself grace in this space with me today. And I am so genuinely thankful you chose to step into this cozy digital home with me. So before you head out, let's quickly revisit our 3 keys and one reflective question from today's episode. Key number 1, champions are built in the quiet work. Key number 2, discipline is a daily agreement, not a mood. Key number 3, being your own champion and competing against yourself means defining success internally. So if today's episode offered you clarity, insight, or even a pause for a cause you didn't know you needed, if there's anything that I shared today that pricks your heart or lights a spark, I'd love for you to subscribe. Share this with someone you care about. Leave a comment so that this becomes a dialogue and not just a monologue. And please leave a 5-star rating. It helps this space to grow and reach others. And if you feel called to go even deeper, I invite you to consider becoming part of the Cut to the Chasers Champion Circle, the C3s. This is for those who are committed to showing up for their lives with intention, discipline, faith, and grace. So thank you for joining me here twice a day for our daily 15-minute micro dose for macro living. Now let's close with one breath. Inhale together for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. and again at 8 p.m. Central. This is Cut to the Chase at 8 with me, Madison Simone Chase. Start and end your day with intention and grace. You're ready, set, let's grow, and let's go. Let's be clear and let's be great. Blessings to you and yours. Until tomorrow.